They really thought 40 acres and a mule was gonna cut it? No. You owe us for slavery. You owe us for Jim Crow. You owe us for segregation. You owe us for police brutality. You are going to pay what you owe. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's Ebony Camille, and today I am doing a chit chat get ready with me video. Right now I'm installing this wig. This is, I think it's Ali Grace. It's a 16-inch, I think is Kinky curly. I'll put it in the description box. I got it like a month ago, but obviously I had nowhere to go and I had box braids in, so it's no reason for me to put it on. So that's why I'm just putting it on today, because I'm gonna wear it this weekend. But you can watch me put this on and do my makeup and talk about what's going on in the world, because I have a lot to say and I want to talk about it. And feel free to you know, leave comments down below how you feel about it, what's going on. It's really like a tutorial because I barely know what I'm doing, but we'll roll with it. But I'm just gonna take my little got-to-be. I probably need some hair clips. Let's just start with police brutality. So everybody knows George Floyd was brutally murdered by Derek Chauvin. A few weeks ago, and the world has I've said this in a speech I was giving, like that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Like I feel like we are just so tired. I don't want to speak for the whole African American community, but I really just feel like as a whole we're tired. You know how draining it is to wake up every morning and see your people be murdered by the police that are supposed to protect and serve. It's so draining, and I don't even watch the videos anymore because I can't. I literally can't do it anymore. It's so draining and it's sad, and I can't watch it anymore. And it's like nobody wants to wake up and see that every day. And the thing is, we're seeing it constantly and there are no convictions. And that's what really hurts. It really burns my soul personally, because it's like they're literally murderers. They're murderers. And they get to continue living life like normal, and we get absolutely nothing. But you know what? I'm not surprised, because the system was never meant for us. It was never meant for us to be successful, never meant for us to get justice. So all of that about the Pledge of Allegiance and the Star Spangled Banner, all of it is crap. And Black people shouldn't say it. You shouldn't. There's no reason for you to participate in that kind of nonsense, because it has nothing to do with you. And they can be mad about kneeling, sitting, whatever during the pledge. It wasn't meant for me. And clearly it wasn't meant for me, because police officers can do whatever. There is no liberty, justice for any Black people. So now what? So my parents have always been really good about teaching me and my sister our history and, you know, where we've come from and how we're viewed in this society. So, you know, none of this was new to me, but I think it really became a real issue to me when Trayvon Martin was killed and George Zimmerman was not convicted, and he was Neighborhood Watch. Not even police. Neighborhood Watch. We didn't need him. And it's just like the evidence was right there. We could convict. Like, he was literally guilty. There's literally no reason. They told him not to follow Trayvon, and he did it anyway. neighborhood watch. And that is when it really broke my heart and things started becoming really real to me about this world. I was in like, I would think I was like 13 at the time. So, you know, that sucked. You know, it really broke my heart. And then after that, like, it's just like things just kept happening and happening and happening every couple months, every couple weeks, every day, something new happened. And so, you know, I feel like this time that we're living in now, hold on, because I can't see. This time that we're living in right now is just so different from anything that we've ever seen before. First of all, we have COVID, the Rona. So that in itself, very different, very difficult time. You know, that was that. But then you have crazies out here protesting the coronavirus, and they got exactly what they wanted the next week. You know, stuff was opening back up. They could go sit down in restaurants, which I'm not gonna lie, I miss sitting down in restaurants, but I wasn't gonna go protest about it. So, you know, they got exactly what they wanted. They was shoving the police, pushing them up on the Capitol with guns and everything. You're not supposed to have guns in government buildings or anywhere near it for that matter. But you know, because they're white, they have white privilege, they were allowed that opportunity and they got what they wanted the next week. George Floyd dies the next week. And everybody sees it. Everybody sees this murder on camera. So, Minneapolis, they blew up their city. It had to be like it. The frustration in that moment, I could feel it. I understand why, you know, things just kind of went left, because it's like, what are y'all doing? And on top of that, they were protecting Derek Chauvin in his raggedy house after he murdered him, and everybody else stood around there. So, you know, that leads me into looters, protesters, and rioters. Protesters, I'm always gonna 100% support their cause, the protesters in this instance, because, you know, protests do work. Please don't let Twitter or nobody tell you that protests don't work and you need to go inside, because it does work. It really does work. Hold on, I need to cut this and I can't focus when I'm talking. You know, I feel like our people are so outraged, and not even just our people, like we have allies fighting for us too, with the petitions we're signing, the donations, the protesters. I feel like we're really making progress, but there is so much work that still has to be done. So much work that has to be done. We are not finished. And yeah, so now let's go to rioters. Rioters, at first I was like, okay, I get it. It's really becoming an issue. Like, you just get your frustration out, like everything just boils to the top. So riot, that was in Minnesota, but then, you know, everywhere started protesting and there were rioters in that group. But what I have seen on the internet from videos is people, not Black people, setting things on fire, destroying things, not there for the cause. They're there to riot, to live out their little purge Joker fantasies. And that's what's wrong. And you know, you can't be out there if you're not out there for the cause. If you're not out there for the cause, you need to go home and mess up your own house, because this is not what that is. So that pissed me off. Another thing, police officers staging little stuff like bricks, so people can pick it up and throw it at businesses, and just different things like that. And like messing with medical supplies and water and stuff. Like, bro, y'all, like, people really believe the police are out here to protect and serve and save you, and they're not. They're literally not. And that is what is so bothering to people that don't already know what's up, you know? So now let's go to looters. So the first instancing of looting that we had was that Target in Minnesota. Now, like I said, at first I was on board. I was like, bro, nobody cares. Like, and then they were saying that the Target wasn't letting them get milk and stuff from the tear gas that the protesters had in their eyes. So they were like, bro, let's just take it. And then people just started looting it. So it was just like, I was just like, just let them have it. And I still think, you know, businesses, there's no reason. Like, it's just not that important. When you look at everything in the grand scheme of things, that milk, those supplies that people were taking, the TVs, the clothes and stuff, what difference does it really make? You're just gonna make it back. So it's like, you know, why am I mad about this? Why am I gonna go this hard over some merchandise when I'm gonna make it right back tomorrow? You know, businesses have accounts set up for expenses and things that, like, stolen property, like they have that already worked out into their plan. Like, I learned that in accounting. I forgot what the word is called, honestly, but they have accounts set up for that. Like, bro, at the end of the day, they know people are gonna steal. They probably didn't anticipate that much, but I mean, they've got it covered. It's okay. At the end of the day, it's literally okay. They will make that money right back. George Floyd is not coming back. Tamir Rice is not coming back. Sandra Bland is not coming back. Trayvon Martin is not coming back. There's so many people that are not coming back. But then, you know, people started going crazy with it. And, you know, like, police officers were looting and stuff. But, you know, the media is going to say the protesters did it. So that was the only problem I have. Honestly, Black people doing whatever, I'm not really mad at, because this country owes us. They really do. They owe us. Let me see what time. Yeah, so this country owes us. Like, they really thought 40 acres and a mule was gonna cut it. No. You owe us for slavery. You owe us for Jim Crow. You owe us for segregation. You owe us for police brutality. You are going to pay what you owe. You know, honestly, this one I'm not in my feelings about what was stolen and looted. You know, we shouldn't destroy Black-owned businesses, of course. We shouldn't destroy businesses necessarily, but I understand the frustration. I get it. I'm not gonna act like, you know, initially, like, I feel like everything in Minnesota, like, it just had to happen. But then people started taking it to a different direction, and these white girl influencers got caught trying to pretend like they was out there helping reconstruct stuff and was only out there for a photo op. That's another thing that I don't like. Because, girl, either you're with the cause or you're not. Please do not try to act like you are in the midst of something so important and you're out there for a photo op. Like, I just feel like that's so inconsiderate and tacky. It's just no reason for anybody to fake that hard. Like, sis, if you're not with the cause, then you're just not with it. Stay in your lane. It's fine. Stay over there. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. Moving on to brands. I seen this tweet that was like, brands taking action, like Black people just came out. And you know, it's so true. Like, you know, we're expecting them to say something, but they are acting like we just came out. Like, with all of these statements, most of them look the same, so I'm not buying that. Second, you know, like Vogue. Anna Wintour talking about she could hire more Black creatives and stuff like that. Like, girl, they said she's been in there for 39 years. If you haven't thought of it by now, you just wasn't gonna do it. And that's another thing. I don't understand why Black people are putting themselves on the cover of Vogue. Why are you doing that? What are you getting out of that? Because one, they're gonna steal your ideas and then you're gonna be sad. Two, why not put yourself on a Black magazine? Why are you putting yourself on Vogue? I actually literally don't understand the challenge, especially in the mix of everything that's going on. Like, you want to be on a white people magazine so they can steal your ideas and not pay you for it and not offer you, like, you know, an actual modeling career or creative direction or whatever it is that you're trying to do with this cover. I don't understand why people are doing it, but whatever. Has nothing to do with me. Should I do my edges, monetize this down? Yeah. Is this like, it's okay. But anyway, back to the brands. You know, they're making all these statements and making changes, but it's like, why wasn't this in place? Like, you know, it's always an afterthought. Black people are always an afterthought. Diversity and inclusion is always an afterthought. And it's like, for what? Like, everything, not everything, but a lot of the stuff that y'all have, a lot of stuff that y'all think you're coming up with, you got it from Black people. So why is it now that, you know, we're doing everything we can, we value Black people, this is how many Black people work at our company? Like, bro, I mean, that's nice information to know at this point, but it's like, y'all were not doing that beforehand. And that's the issue. It shouldn't have to take protests, more people getting killed, and you know, rioting. It shouldn't take all of that to get the same opportunity in this country that is apparently for freedom. It just shouldn't. It shouldn't take all of that. And, you know, I think it's nice that they're doing it now, but where was the energy beforehand? You know, people are always just like, it's just so crazy to me. People will do stuff while it's a trend. Something I wanted to talk about as well is colorism in the Black community. Now, there are two ways this argument could go. I've seen both. I've understood both sides. One being, we're all Black. You know, that's the argument we use against white people, which is true. We're all Black. They don't see, well, let's say you're stopped by the police. If you're a light-skinned Black person, they're seeing you as Black. If you're a dark-skinned Black person, they're seeing you as Black. But when it comes to our own community, or in other cultures as well, like, lighter complexions tend to be favored over darker complexions. And it's like, that's the issue. So I know when I was like between 13 to 16, it was the whole light skin, dark skin thing. Is it 2 o'clock? It was the whole light skin, dark skin thing. And it's like at the time, I thought it was stupid. I've always thought it was stupid. Because it's like, you know, people had characteristics for light skins and characteristics for dark skins. So it was like, oh, you acting light skin if you don't test back. How do you act a complexion? I'm acting light skin. And then it was like dark skinned people are aggressive and rough and we're like cockroaches and stuff. And it's like these were black people saying this about each other. So, you know, I've always thought that was stupid because at the end of the day, like, you get stopped by the police, you're not light skinned. Oh, you know, you're not getting any favoritism over being light skinned when it comes down to that at all. Because Trayvon Martin was not a dark skinned man, a dark skinned teenager. So there's that. Second, I just feel like it has to stem from slavery. Like, some black men will prefer light-skinned women, and I've seen that it was a tweet that said colorism is not a preference. Like, preferring light-skinned people, like, what? What, you would prefer a light skin? Like, are they better, you think? Like, what are you even talking about? You prefer a light skin? Like, it's one thing to say, like, no, it's not one thing to say. It's not one thing to say. There's just nothing you could say. Like, if you like a person, then you like a person. If they happen to be light skin, okay. If they happen to be dark skin, okay. If they happen to be brown skin, okay. But to say you're only dating light skins, like, bro, what if her attitude is trash? You know, it's like, oh, but she's light skinned, so you've really got a trophy. You know, so I just, like, you know, that's a really stupid thing that men say. Colorism is not a preference. It's not. So please do not tell me that, you know, you prefer one, or nobody really says acting light skin anymore unless you're lame. So I'm really glad that phase is over, but colorism in our community is not dead. And, you know, I just really hope and pray that black men get it together, because some of them are our downfall. Like, truly, like, if you've been on Twitter the past couple of days, you've seen, like, you know, black women fighting for black men. Like, we're always going hard for black men. My eyebrows look a little bit different, but it's fine. And some of them were like, we didn't ask y'all to do that. Like, why should we have to protect you? Like, no. I don't know you. What? I didn't know Trayvon. I didn't know Eric Garner. I didn't know Tamir Rice. I didn't know any of them. But I'm fighting for them and their cause. Like, I value all the people in our community, all black people, 100%. I don't know all the black people. I don't know all the black people. And that's what's so crazy to me, is that I just feel like women, like, we're always giving ourselves, especially black women, we're always giving ourselves and always there for somebody. And it's like nobody is there for us. Like, we literally have a fight of our own. Like, men do not be trying to go hard for us like we try to go hard for them. And that is the issue. Grow up. Like, you don't have to know somebody to try and protect them. Like, bro, fight for the people. I'm not doing eyeshadow today. I really don't feel like it. What I think I'm gonna do is just put this on. I really just wanted to install my wig. But yeah, you know, I just think it's so foolish for black men to say that. I just really feel like it's foolish. But yeah, we're tired. Black women, and I feel like I can speak for lots of black women, like, sis, we are tired. We are so tired. It's like, we're already black and we're a woman. we're a double minority. And it's like, the majority's not fighting for us. Black men not fighting for us. It's like, we have to hold everybody up. We literally have to carry the world on our shoulders, because we don't have anybody that we can rely on. Even though anytime anything happens to a Black man, women are beating down the door, trying to figure out what happened, trying to make sure he's okay, and protesting and fighting for their rights. And that's another thing. It's just the misogyny. Like, they may be Black, but some of them, you know, it's just that men in general have this misogynistic thing about them. You know, at the end of the day, they're a man. And so I feel like y'all get what I'm saying. Misogyny is in them, and they take it and run with it. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is cancel culture. Cancel culture. All right. There's one thing in particular that I wanted to say for sure. And it was, you know, people say we are not our ancestors. I know this part is up, but my hair is going to cover it, so I'm really not worried about it. We are not our ancestors. And one, I think that is a very disrespectful phrase. I think it's very disrespectful to say. And it's also an insult to yourself, because we are not our ancestors. We will not stick to a cancel anything. When the wind blows and the movement is over, Black people will go back to exactly what they were supposed to be canceling. So it's like, bro, are you gonna cancel it or not? Like, our ancestors really stuck together. I need some of those. They said they weren't gonna do something, they didn't do it. They said for Rosa Parks, okay, let's boycott public transportation. And they did it. And it wasn't for 2 weeks. They did it for over 100 days. And I can't remember exactly how many days it was, but I know they was on foot for a long time. And you know what? Change happened after that. We was supposed to cancel Gucci a long time ago. A long time ago, when Gucci, good. When Gucci had them little monkey socks, accessory things, and with the big red lips, it just resembled blackface. We were supposed to cancel them then. With the noose and the neck, we were supposed to cancel it then. I can't afford Gucci. And when I can't afford Gucci, I'm not going to buy it, because they don't care about us. They don't care about us. And you got Shekinah crying on live because Gucci didn't do nothing to us. The people doing it. Like, bro, it's just like we make a mockery out of ourselves sometimes. And it's like, if you don't want to cancel it, okay, don't say you're going to cancel it. I'm all that high-end designer stuff. Like, can I afford it right now? No. Can I afford to just have a closet full of designer? No. I'm 21 years old. Like, I'm a college student. I can't afford that stuff. But when I can afford it, I'm not buying it, because they don't care about us and they rip off our culture all the time. So why support it? You know, we're supposed to cancel, like, we're supposed to, like, people are, it's just crazy to me, because we're supposed to cancel a lot of stuff. Like, we've been supposed to cancel a lot of stuff and we won't do it. It's like, as soon as the heat is, you know, once everything cools down, it's like, oh, well, I'm finna go back. And no, that's why they keep doing stuff and don't include us and stuff, because all we're gonna do is spend our money there. And that's the dumbest thing you can do as a Black person, is continue to spend your dollars into a place, an organization that does not care about you, your well-being, anything about you. They don't care, and you continue to buy from there. Chick-fil-A, for example. Like, bro, Chick-fil-A has shown us their true colors multiple times. I remember when Black Lives Matter first started, the movement first started, they had some employees, I seen it on Snapchat or something, like they had employees wearing Blue Lives Matter because they support the police or whatever. Like, and now they donated money to Donald Trump's campaign. They hate gay people. It's like, continue to support them for what? Give them your money for what? Over a piece of chicken? It's coonery. It's coonery. And, you know, I understand that we love their chicken nuggets. We love the chicken sandwich. It's good, but you can make it at home. You can make that chicken sandwich at home. It's okay. You do not have, their fries aren't even that good. Like, you do not have to be there. You do not have to be at Chick-fil-A. And people just act like they can't live without this stuff. Like, you can. You really can. I promise you got it. I promise you it's okay. It really is okay. We have so much power in our dollars. If we really stuck to it and canceled them, bro, it would send such a powerful message. But because we can't live without a chicken sandwich, you still gonna go. And that's like that with a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of stuff, we can just let it go. Like, continue to boycott. Like, you, please, I'm begging y'all, please continue to cancel these places. Like, bro, we have trillions of dollars in the black dollar, in spending money. We have trillions. Our buying power is astronomical, okay? So it's like, bro, if we just stuck to one thing like our ancestors did, like how they stuck to, you know, fighting for our rights and stuck to the plan, we could accomplish the same stuff. But, you know, like, this generation, like, we're strong 100%, I believe that. But at the same time, we are weak. We fall back into, you know, the very things that don't care about us. And I don't like that. I do not like that. So if I'm canceling something, I'm gonna cancel it for real. Starbucks telling their employees not to wear Black Lives Matter stuff. I don't even like Starbucks like that. I think it's overrated. You know, my drinks never taste the same. Like, the strawberry frappuccino be nasty, watery. So no, I barely spend my money at Starbucks anyway. So best believe I'm not going there. This is really nice hair. I just feel like it's not layered that well because you can see exactly which one ends. It's not like, it's like an abrupt stop kind of, but it's okay because I'm gonna fix it with some water. Which leads me to my next point about putting our money back into our community. So, you know, I have a lot of brands, you know, just Got to Bleed. I know this not Got to Be, I think I said Bleed. This is not black owned. Cream of Nature actually is not black owned. You know, I just have so much stuff that's not black owned and I'm trying to get out of that. I already have the products and I already spent the money, so I might as well finish it. But, you know, with all of this happening, I have discovered so many black owned hair brands, clothing brands, makeup brands, restaurants, and that's where I'm spending my money. I'm making a conscious effort to buy black owned things, which I should have been doing anyway, but you know, everything in the store is just like readily available. So I was buying my stuff like that. But on my channel now, when I do hair videos, when I do clothing videos, like, I want, if I can't get all of it, I want the majority of it to be black owned. Like, that is my goal. That is what I'm trying to achieve. That's what I'm working on. That's what I'm working towards. And honestly, I think y'all should do the same. All you have to do is get on Instagram and you see so many black owned businesses that you can support. So I feel like that's what we need to be making a conscious effort to do, you know? So that's my call to action for y'all. With all this going on, make sure you stick to whatever you're canceling and buy Black owned, because these are the people that need our money. These are the people that care about us, the people that value your dollar, that will do things that aren't offensive to you and then apologize and then do it over again. You know, these are the type of people that we need to be supporting. And that is what I will be doing with my money. So, yeah. Join me. Join me, friends. Because that is what I am doing. I do like using mousse for my edges better than anything else. I think this is 6x6 closure, so you can get front of vibes for closure money. Yeah, y'all, so tell me what you think in the comments about everything that's going on in the world today. Like, how are you feeling? Are you good? Do we need to talk? Do you want to talk about it? You know, you can always DM me on Instagram or Twitter or here on YouTube, and we can talk about it. Okay, y'all, so it's a couple days later and I didn't film an outro, but I'm doing it now. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, I finished doing the wig, and y'all, I am in love with this hair. I'm gonna do a review on it. It's a totally separate video, so I'm really not gonna get into it, but y'all should get into my hair. Get into my hair, because yeah. Okay, I still don't like the abrupt stop, but we're not gonna talk about that. Thanks for watching my video. Bye.